Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Just let me know if I'm audible enough. Let me know if I'm audible enough. Good evening, everyone. If the screen is visible and if I'm audible enough, just let me know. Okay, just let me know if I'm audible enough, clear enough. You can see my screen clearly. You can see the term task discussion on your screen. For me to confirm there is no network issue. People, am I audible? Just let me know. Please respond in the chat box. I can see 7 viewers are there. At least respond in the chat box. Am I audible? No respond by anyone. I can see 7 viewers. Please at least respond that if I'm audible enough. People, without your response, I won't be able to start. Okay? Without your response, I won't be able to start. So please at least let me know if I am audible. The screen is visible. Let me know that in the chat box. Good evenings. Good evening, Sudeep sir, Siri. Good evening, everyone. Audible and screen also visible. Great. Audible and screen is also visible. Great. So here all my new students also have joined. Tejaswini, hello. Ashwati, good evening. Good evening. Loud and clear, ma'am. All right. Okay. Right. So screen is also visible. You can see me and I'm audible too. All right. Okay. Right. Hey, Jaren, how are you doing? Good evening, good evening. So let's start. I was just waiting for you all, but I could barely see any message. So I thought, okay, nobody joined. All right, people. So as I told you, okay, do I have new students as well who have joined today and this Monday? Right? Do I have new students also who joined B-Ghud online class as well as offline class last Monday? Today is Wednesday, right? 2 days back, yesterday you have joined. So do we have that students also? Please say yes in the chat box if we have any, because this is going to be a big task and here we are going to learn how to tackle, a big case and how to concise it, make it small. All right. All right, everyone. Yes, people. So let's start reading. Shall we start reading the task then? Shall we start reading the task? Yes. All right, people. So let's start our task reading. All right, people. So let's start reading. I'm happy that my friends also have joined today. right? All my friends, my close friends have also joined today in this session. I'm very happy about it. Hello Shilpa, hello Manju, right? So now let's start the session, right? So you all can see my screen, so let's start reading now. Right, so we read the writing task first. Okay, so first we read the writing task and then we read from top to bottom. So I have already pasted the writing task. Okay, so let's start reading. Writing task is, using the information given in the case note, write a letter to Dr. Tyford, the psychiatrist at Parramatta Spirit Community Mental Health Service, NSW 2345. Okay, so we are going to write a letter to a doctor whose name is Dr. Tyford, and Dr. Tyford is a psychiatrist at Parramatta Spirit Community Mental Health Service, NSW 2345. Why are you going to write a letter to a psychiatrist? What is the condition of the patient? We need to figure out. They have clearly provided you the date of the letter, that is 27/12/2017. So that's the date of the letter. You are a charge nurse at Spirit Hospital Psychiatric Emergency Care Center, SECC, and Jack Mill is a patient on the ward. Name of the patient is Jack Mill and DOB is crystal clearly given. You all can see that 01/09/1996. Admission date 23/11/2017 in Spirit Hospital Psychiatric Emergency Care Center. Okay, and discharge date is 27/12/2017. So just go through all the names. The reader's name is Dr. Tyford. He is a psychiatrist at Parramatta Spirit Community Mental Health Service. We are a charge nurse at Spirit Hospital Psychiatric Emergency Care Center. Same hospital, different center, that's it. Okay, and name of the patient is Jack Mill. DOB is clearly given and admission date is clearly given 23/11/2017 in our center, that is Spirit Hospital Psychiatric Emergency Care Center, and discharge date is 27/12/2017. 27/12/2017 is exactly today's date as well. So there is no confusion. What's the date of the letter? Date of the letter is 27/12/2017. Diagnosis. Diagnosis is paranoid schizophrenia and nicotine dependence. So that's the diagnosis of the patient. Let's read further. You all can see family history. Jack's parents separated 4 years ago and divorced 2 years ago, and no other children in the family. As per the psychosocial history, Jack Mill completed his high school. He was an above average student. He was often involved in school and extracurricular activities. He smokes a pack of cigarettes a day and drinks beer daily. He has binge drinking episodes while at university. He denies any illicit drug use. He has a keen interest in computers and collected considerable equipment and software, primarily gifts from his father. He has been on disability support pension since 2016. So if we to dwell on what is relevant or what is irrelevant, you need to read the full task because the reader is a psychiatrist. So we have to understand every background in detail, right? So out of his family history, what we understood is that his parents got divorced 2 years ago. As part of social history, psychosocial history, what we have understood is that he smokes a pack of cigarettes a day and he denies. What he denies, we do not have to dwell on that. And he has been on disability support pension since 2016. Let's read further. As per his medical history, symptoms history, May 14, 2016, Jack was first admitted to Spirit Hospital Psychiatric Ward with a 6-month history of confusion, difficulty concentrating in his studies, and frequent mood swings. So he has been hospitalized before. Okay, so earlier he was admitted in the psychiatric hospital, Spirit Hospital Psychiatric Ward, because of confusion, because of difficulty concentrating and frequent mood swings. He stopped attending university and he was not in contact with his friend. That means his current diagnosis, that is paranoid schizophrenia, was being diagnosed in 2016. Right? You're talking about 2017. His current diagnosis is paranoid schizophrenia and nicotine dependence. But this diagnosis has already been done last year, that is in 2016. At that time, he was hospitalized for 2 weeks and his condition was stabilized on Haldol 20 mg and sodium valproate 125 mg daily. So the plan was to live with his mother who is in Parameta. Referral to psychiatrist arranged along with weekly group psychotherapy in Spirit Community Mental Health Service NSW, and so he was discharged on 28th, the very same month. Alright people, clear allowed mare? Any confusion up till there people? Any confusion up till there? Okay, I actually didn't read messages. I just went on. People, you're with me, right? Throughout? Right? Ruth, Neha, Ramya, Adira, Soni, Ashwati, Sophie, Dorji, everyone. Any confusion up till there? I just went on because it's a very big task. I want you to be focused. Right? You're with me? Do you follow me up till there? Do you follow me up till there? Yes, no confusion. No confusion. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Read with me, okay? Read with me, right? No confusion up till there. Great. So that means this diagnosis was already done in 2016 and he was discharged from the hospital. Then now we are reading the story of August 2017, okay? So now in 2017, attempted suicide. Why? A possible stressor was that 1 week ago, his mother said about ideas to remarry in the near future. So, in August 2017, he attempted suicide, and the possible stressor was that a week before, his mother spoke about the ideas to remarry. We have already discussed that his parents are divorced, right? And his mother happened to talk about remarriage. So self-harm through deep cut on both the wrists. So this was the way he attempted suicide. He was hospitalized in emergency department. He underwent surgical intervention. He was provided 24-hour supervision. He refused to change medication and his attendance in group psychotherapy was irregular. Alright, that means you can say altogether that he is non-compliant to the medication and his attendance was also irregular, okay, or his attendance was also inadequate. Then what happened in November 2017? In November 2017, he has been increasingly isolated for the past 2 weeks, working on his computer and is very secretive about what he is doing. He stopped attending his work program, saying that he had more important work to do at home. He refuses to eat or talk with his mother. He's nervous because of his mother's plans to remarry. So mother's idea to remarry is affecting him badly, right? He is being bothered by his mother's idea to remarry people. Okay, so that is one important reason. Then, so he refuses to eat or talk to his mother. He is nervous about his mother's plan to remarry. So he was brought to Spirit Hospital Psychiatric Emergency Care Center by his mother on 23/11/2017. So when he was brought by his mother on 23/11/2017, he has been irritable. He has been suspicious and he stated that he has been hearing multiple voices in his head for the past 1 week. So when he came along with his mother people, he's not talking about his mother's idea to remarry. Instead, he spoke about hallucination. Right? He's talking about that he could hear multiple voices in his head for the past 1 week. Alright, what happened after that? What happened after that? So, hospital progression. Patient sodium valproate was increased to 125 twice daily and then 250 thrice daily. His need for intramuscular injection or other medication was explained to him. The patient fiercely objected about injection, saying that, see, I am a reliable person. I can always take the medicines, right? So see, this is a conversation between us and the patient, right? So when we increased the dosage of sodium valproate to 125 to 250 and we explained him regarding the need for intramuscular injection, and when we explained the importance of medication, he fiercely objected, stating that, see, I am a reliable person and I can always take the medicine. But the fact is, he has never been compliant. Compliant means he has never been compliant. Never been compliant means he does not have the ability to adhere to the medication regime. He does not have the ability to follow the medication regime, right? So he is non-compliant. People, the difference between compliant and non-compliant is the ability to follow any advice or any medication regime which is prescribed to the patient. The ability to adhere is compliant. The inability to follow, the inability to adhere, the inability to, get along with that regime, the person is called as non-compliant. Hope it is clear to you. So he said, I'm a reliable person and I can always take the medicine. But the fact is, he has never been compliant. And after much discussion, the patient has agreed to take 4 mg of Navain intramuscularly 4 times daily. Then, as part of hospital progression, he also received one-to-one supportive and insight-oriented psychotherapy on various issues. Importance of compliance, that is ability to adhere, taking medications, avoiding alcoholic beverages. But his participation through the program was less than adequate as he could not concentrate and focus, but he still participated in psychotherapy group. As for the lab test, he was supposed to undergo such test, that is serial full blood count, which had shown WBC ranging from 9.2 to 12. RBC had ranged from 4.88 to 5.5. Cholesterol was 5.3 millimole per liter. T4 was 12.1. The next T4 was 10.1. Normal lies between 10 to 25. T3 was 4.7. Normal lies between 4 to 8. TSH has ranged from 1.2 to 1.5. Normal ranges between 0.4 to 5. Sodium valproate level was 42 and normal lies between 50 to 100, and urinalysis was normal. So as an overall, you can see that the lab investigations are unremarkable, right? So you do not have to dwell on each and every line and writing all the values of the lab report. No, people, does not make sense. Right, after that, what happened? So it was found that condition on discharge is improving, his ability to manage funds and finances improving, ability to use good judgment still impaired, prognosis guarded. Prognosis guarded in the sense, although it could be seen that his condition is improving, but not in a position to announce something, not in a position to judge something. It is seen that his condition is improving, but not in a state to judge, not in a state to announce that yes, he is completely recovered. So as part of follow-up, the patient will be living with his mother. He will be continued on medication sodium valproate 250 twice daily and Navain 1.5 mg intramuscularly 4 weeks. The next dose of Navain is due on January 16, 2018. So this you can write it with the help of an off note. LFTs and sodium valproate level to be checked annually. Cholesterol level to be regularly controlled. Diet low cholesterol, one-to-one psychotherapy. We want the reader, do not forget who the reader is. The reader is a psychiatrist. You want the reader to advise the patient to abstain from alcohol and give up smoking. That means talking about his drinking habit and smoking habit becomes important, people, because he has nicotine dependence as well. He requires vocational rehabilitation and day programs to improve self-esteem, quality of life, treatment compliance, and clinical and social stability. And that is why, let's read the writing task once again. And that is why you're going to write this letter to Dr. Tyford, who is a psychiatrist, because you want the reader to provide ongoing management for the patient. And why do you want the reader to provide ongoing management to this patient, people? Why do you want the reader to provide? Guarded means not in a state to announce something. See, he is recovering, but not in a state to announce something. That means, see, he is like under observation, right? Still under observation, improving, but yes, not in a state to announce that yes, he is completely recovered. Okay, right, people? So what is the reason of writing this letter? Yes, people, what is the reason of writing this letter? Yes, people, what is the reason of writing this letter? Why are you're referring the patient, you're transferring the patient? It's because of depression you're referring the patient? Is it because of depression? Then why the follow-up had so many points? regarding that his cholesterol need to be monitored. Okay, leave that. But about other points, about his drinking and smoking, about sodium valproate level, and all, I think all these medications were given for his present condition, right? Yeah, so why does he need? Why does he need? That's what my question is. What is his diagnosis that he needs management? What is his diagnosis that he needs management? Why does he need ongoing care? That's what my question is. Exactly. I'm shocked that only one person is answering correctly. What is the diagnosis of the patient, people? Schizophrenia, exactly. What is the condition of the patient? What is the diagnosis of the patient? Paranoid schizophrenia and nicotine dependence, right? That's why you're writing this letter. That's the reason you're referring the patient. The patient requires follow-up care and management because he is diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and nicotine dependence. Right? Clear, everyone? Okay. Now tell me, paranoid schizophrenia is the diagnosis. Is this the current diagnosis or was this diagnosed before only? Is this the current diagnosis or was this diagnosed earlier? Before, exactly. When? This is 2017, right? Date of the letter is 2017, right? When have we diagnosed this condition before? Yeah, when have we diagnosed this condition before? In 2016, right? When have we diagnosed this condition before? We have diagnosed this condition in 2016, yes or no? Yes, that means you need to start your story from the diagnosis which was done in the year 2016. Yes or no? Right? You have to start your story from the visit where this diagnosis was already done in the year 2016. Right? After that, due to which he was hospitalized and then he was discharged, and then what was the next stressor? His mother's plan to remarry, as well as for nicotine dependence. How to justify nicotine dependence? By talking about his drinking and smoking habit, isn't it? People see it just looks like a big task, but it is actually not. Just try to be focused. Just connect the points and go. Just connect the points and go with the flow, people. You are writing a letter to the psychiatrist because you want the reader to provide ongoing management because he is diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia and nicotine dependence. We already know that this diagnosis was already done in the year 2016. So obviously your organization will start from 2016. And about nicotine dependence, you have to talk about those points which supports nicotine dependence, that is about his smoking and drinking habits. Then about the possible stressor, that is his mother's idea to remarry. And then the mother brought him to the hospital, right? Then the mother brought him to the hospital, and when he came to the hospital, when he visited our facility with his mother, he has been irritable and suspicious, right? And for that he was provided certain medication. Yes or no, people? Do you understand me? That means, which means, if I just move back to the slides, which means, is there any point? You all can see my family history, patient's psychosocial history. So you all can see that Is there any point telling the reader about his that he completed his high school or he was an above average student? We would have mentioned if that has anything to do with the present condition, right? But has it anything to do? The first line, nothing. He smokes a pack of cigarettes a day and drinks beer daily, important. Binge drinking episodes, important, because you have to support nicotine dependence. He denies any illicit drug use. He denies, you do not have to talk about it. He has a keen interest in computers and collected considerable equipment and software, primarily gifts from his father. Does it really matter to the psychiatrist? Not at all, irrelevant. He has been on disability support pension since 2016. You can include, right? Then, as per his medical history, this is when his first diagnosis was confirmed. So this is the visit from where you're going to start, right? Then he lives with his mother. No need to write, because you're again going to say that he presented along with his mother, right? Then after that, attempted suicide, yes, you're going to talk about, because that has affected him in some or the other way. Then about November 2007, no need. He stopped attending his work program, saying that he had more important work to do. That we are already going to say that he is non-compliant with the psychotherapy group. Jack refuses to eat or talk to his mother because he is nervous because of his mother's plan to remarry. We are already connecting it with August 2017. He was brought to Spirit Hospital Psychiatric Emergency Care Center. Yes, we are going to talk about it. He has been irritable. Yes, we are going to talk about it. Then about hospital progression, yes, we need to talk about the medication, because these medications has been... Oh God, is it disconnected? People, you can see the task. I just faced a network issue just now, I guess. People, am I audible? Screen is visible. You can see me. Am I clear enough? Yes. Okay. All right, everyone. So did you understand the way we deleted the irrelevant points? Because it is not practically possible to inculcate all the points, people. So you have to delete all those points. If you, being a psychiatrist, if you cannot help the patient by these points, which is not going to fit in our letter, why will you talk about that points? Clear, everyone? Have you understood? Is it clear, everyone? Task is clear to each one of you? Alright, so now let's talk about the date, address, salutation and RE of this letter. Now let's talk about the date, address, salutation and RE. We already know that today's date was clearly given, right? Today's date was clearly given. 27/12/2017 is the date of the letter. After which you would leave a line. After leaving a line, we already know the name of the reader. So Dr. Typhoid, right? Dr. Typhoid is the name of the reader. So first line, Dr. Typhoid. No need to add article the in front of psychiatrist, because name of the reader is given. Okay. When do you add article the in front of designation? When the name of the reader is not provided. Okay. When the name of the reader is not provided, that is when you add article the. Suppose, for example, here if the name of the doctor was not given, we would have written the psychiatrist. Clear, everyone? We would have written the psychiatrist. So here it is given. So Dr. Typhoid, second line, psychiatrist. Third, name of the service, that is Spirit Community Mental Health Service. Fourth line, parameta, and next line, NSW 2345. See, there is no punctuation while I have written the address. No full stop, no comma, nothing in the address part. Leave a line, dear Dr. Typhoid, comma, leave a line, RE full colon, Mr. Jack Mills, comma, DOB full colon, 01/09/1996. Date, address, salutation and RE is clear to each one of you. Date, address, salutation and RE is clear to each one of you. Please ask me any doubts if you have regarding date, address, salutation and RE. Very important part of any letter, people. Date, address, salutation and RE is clear. Shall we start drafting our letter? Okay. You have not added semicolon after DOB? After DOB. Have I not added? Right. I have not added. Yes, yes. True. People, please, I have not added semicolon after DOB. Please do not do this mistake. Okay. Do add. Okay. Yes, people. Typing mistake. Okay. I have not typed it. Yes. Right. Very keen observation, Neha. Thank you so much for correcting me. People, please correct it. RE full colon Mr. Jack Mills, comma DOB full colon 01 slash 09 slash 1996. Okay. Alright people, so now we all know that this is a referral letter, right? So you all can see my screen. Let's start reading the introduction. I am writing to refer because there was no such word which shows that we are transferring the patient. Okay, so I am writing to refer Mr. Jack Mills, who requires ongoing management owing to paranoid schizophrenia and nicotine dependence. Right, as we have already discussed, this is the reason you're writing this letter, because the patient requires ongoing management owing to paranoid schizophrenia and nicotine dependence. As I told you before, that you will start your story from the diagnosis which was done in 2016. Okay, in 2016 this condition was already diagnosed, right? So Mr. Mills has been diagnosed with this condition. So why have you written has been diagnosed? Why have you written has been diagnosed? Why not was diagnosed? Why not was diagnosed, people? Exactly, because the condition which was diagnosed in 2016 still persists, right? The condition which was diagnosed in 2016 still persists, right? So Mr. Mills has been diagnosed with this condition since 2016 and has had frequent admissions due to recurrent episodes of psychosis as well as suicide attempt triggered by his mother's idea to remarry. So I have connected those points, okay? Have you understood? Mr. Mills has been diagnosed with this condition since 2016 and has had, why has had, from that time up till now, and has had frequent admissions due to recurrent episodes of psychosis as well as suicide attempt triggered by his mother apostrophe s mother ka mother in day idea to remarry. He has been non-compliant. Why has been? Because from that time up till now he is non-compliant. Okay, so he has been non-compliant. He has been non-compliant with medication. He has been non-compliant with medications and work program. He smokes. Just now, 1 hour before, I taught you in the grammar class that when you talk about facts of a person, you are always supposed to write it in simple present tense. Facts about basic facts of a person should always be represented in simple present tense, right? So he smokes a pack of cigarettes a day, comma, drinks beer daily and has binge drinking episodes. Full stop. He has been on disability support pension since 2016. So see, if you look at the organization, we have already discussed the organization, that you will start your organization from the year where this diagnosis was confirmed, followed by the possible stressor of his mother's idea to remarry that triggered him to attempt suicide, and about his non-compliance to medication, and also about, in order to support nicotine dependence, his habit of smoking and drinking. Having said that, please do not use the word habit in your letter writing, right? I have not used the word habit. Instead, I have elaborated by saying he smokes a pack of cigarettes a day, he drinks beer daily, and about his binge drinking episodes. Yes, people, first body paragraph is clear to each one of you. First body paragraph is clear to each one of you, right? So first body paragraph, we have elaborated on those points which supports the introduction. Look at the second body paragraph. Mr. Mill was brought, because he was brought by somebody else, right? He was brought by somebody else. So Mr. Mills was brought by his mother on. In front of specific dates, we always use preposition on. Okay, in front of specific dates, we always use preposition on. Okay, so Mr. Mills was brought by his mother on 23/11/2017 with signs of suspiciousness, auditory hallucination and irritable mood. Subsequently, iske baad adine tudarna, after this, subsequently, he has been commenced on sodium valproate, 250 mg twice daily. Why has been commenced? Because this medication has been continued up till the date of the letter. This we know because of the discharge plan. right? This medication has been continued up till the date of the letter. How do we know? Because as per the discharge plan, this has been given, right? So he has been commenced on sodium valproate, 250 mg twice daily. Full stop. He has been initiated with psychotherapy. Enniranalum. People, all those people who have still not watched my opposing connectors video, please do watch it. Opposing connectors are very important topic because we do have the application of opposing connectors in our letter writing. Yeah. So why have I used an opposing connector here? Why have I used an opposing connector here? Because he has been initiated with psychotherapy, pakshe, lekin, semicolon, however, his participation was less than adequate or inadequate. My dear OET aspirants, please do not write both, okay? I have used both the words for you to learn the, what to say, alternatives, okay? I have used both the words here for you to learn the alternatives. Kindly do not use both the words, okay? He has been initiated with psychotherapy, Enniranalum, his participation was less than adequate, say like that, or say his participation was inadequate. Either say less than adequate or say his participation was inadequate. Okay, comma, as he could not concentrate. Full stop. He underwent certain lab tests which were unremarkable. No need to pen down all the values, people. Okay, no need to pen down all the values. He underwent certain lab tests which were unremarkable. Therefore, he is being discharged today. इसलिए आज वो discharge हो रहा है. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ patient ഇന്ന് discharge ആകുന്നു. Present continuous passive voice. This also we learned today in the grammar class, people, right? So in second body paragraph, we spoke about his visit with his mother, with these complaint and the kind of management that we have provided to the patient and the observation he has manifested. Recommendation paragraph, you know all the ways of starting your recommendation paragraph. You can either start it as given the above, or you can start it as in light of the above, or you can start it as in view of the above. And if you think that you should go for a smaller recommendation starter, you can straight away start like this. It would be appreciated. So it would be appreciated if you could continue sodium valproate and Navain, 1.5 mg every 4 weeks intramuscularly. Full stop. Kindly advise him to abstain from alcohol, quit smoking, follow psychotherapy and vocational rehabilitation, and have blood tests annually. Please note his next injection on Navain is on 16/1/2018. Sorry, 16/01/2018. People, please note, off note are gentle reminders to the patient. A reminder which the reader should know, right? So we are politely, reminding the reader that the patient has next injection on Navain, which is on 16/1/2018. Again, conclusion, all those conclusions that you have learned at B-Ghud in the orientation class, you can use any of those conclusions, okay? So because many students ask me, okay ma'am, can we write this conclusion? So I am not aware about other conclusions other than which is taught at B-Ghud. So people, please try to focus on those conclusions which is taught to you in the orientation class of B-Ghud. That is, either go for please contact me for further queries, or right, if you have any queries, please do not hesitate to contact me, or any other conclusion that you have learned in the orientation class. Don't mess with the spelling of queries, because many students have the tendency to mess with the spelling. Talking about the signing off, people, yours sincerely is used when the name of the reader is provided. Yours faithfully is used when the name of the reader is not mentioned. Please don't mess with this. Yours sincerely when the name of the reader is mentioned. Yours faithfully when the name of the reader is not mentioned. Y capital, S small if it is yours sincerely. Y capital, F small if it is yours faithfully. People, about leaving the line, yours sincerely के बाद line छोड़ना है कि नहीं छोड़ना है, yours faithfully के बाद line छोड़ना है कि नहीं छोड़ना है, this is not decided by the reader. This is decided by the name of the nurse. If the name of the nurse is mentioned, you will not leave a line. Okay, if the name of the nurse is mentioned, you will not leave a line. In this case, no name of the registered nurse is not given. So you will leave a line, and after leaving a line, just the designation was given. After leaving a line, you will write charge nurse, C and N would be capital. Clear everyone? Have you understood? Clear everyone? Task is clear to each one of you. Shri, that has nothing to do. When subject is singular, we add s to the verb. When subject is singular, we add s to the verb. Because he is singular, that is why we are adding s to the verb. The moment you add 30 to 40 cigarette, the term cigarette has to become plural, right? Don't compare it with the subject. Subject is he. Because subject he is singular, you are adding s to the verb. Got my point? Got my point, everyone? Have you understood? Right. All right, people. So all those new students who joined session yesterday and on Monday, you might feel that this task is too big and too lengthy, right? So yeah, smokes is the verb. Absolutely, smokes is the verb. है ना? तो जिन्हें लग रहा है कि ये टास्क बहुत लेंदी है, yes it is lengthy. So our motive to learn from this task was how to delete the irrelevant points, how to make a big letter short by including all the relevant points, by talking only about the condition of the patient, by not getting diverted on those points which is not going to help the reader. So the benchmark is the reader, people. The benchmark of every letter is the reader. The benchmark of every letter of deciding what is included and what should be excluded is the reader. People, it is on the basis of the reader we understand, we realize, we recognize that this is relevant and this is irrelevant. Okay? Clear, everyone? Task is clear to everyone. Organization is clear to everyone. Grammatical things has been, was, preposition clear to each one of you. Yes. So ठीक है, देखो, now this letter needs to be written. ठीक है, ये letter आपको लिखना ही लिखना है and it is already uploaded. The answer is already uploaded. The question will be uploaded. I mean, the question is again with the PPT. So once I end the session, this will be recorded. You can watch this session as many times you want. The answer is also here. So please write this letter and compare this letter with mine. See, it's not about to check that whose letter is good, mine or yours. No, it's not about what is good. It's about have you included all the relevant points. Okay, so do not judge your letter on the basis of which one is good. No. Try to understand that how can you write it in another way. See, I have drafted this letter. If you ask me to draft this letter once again, I will certainly not draft in this same way. I will draft in some other way. But the points would be same. The organization would be same. The crux would be same. Getting my point? Okay, so your motive should not be on comparing that which one is good, right? Yours is good, mine is bad, mine is good, yours is bad. No, that should not be the motive. Your motive should be to practice the letter and finish it off in 30 minutes because the answer is already uploaded. Clear, everyone? Where will I get the question? Dear Ruth, this is from PDF set 3, task number 70. And if not, once the session is ended, you can watch this session and you can take the screenshot of the task. Wonderful class and looking pretty. Thank you, Ramya. Thank you. First time I'm getting compliment for myself. Thank you, Ramya. Thank you. Yes, people. Right. All right, people. Yes. So, thank you, Siri. Thank you. See how happy I am when we get compliment, right? Women are like that. You get compliment, just from one side and you are over the moon. All right, people. Yes, everyone. So task, as you can see, Ruth, do not get upset. See, once it is, once I end the session, once you play this YouTube video, you can see the task exactly like this. All the slides are here. Okay, so once you play it, you will get the task as well as the letter, as well as the explanation, everything. Loving it. Thank you, Siri. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Ashwadi. Yes, I badly need Ashwadi. You felt that, right? Feeling great, happy to see that. See, when once you understand the letter, once you realize that yes, it is such a simple task actually, right? That is when I feel, yeah, so the motive has been, it has been conveyed. The message has been conveyed. So people, please try to understand No matter. Do not judge a letter on the basis of its size. Do not judge a letter on the basis of its length, right? Understand the task, understand it properly, try to understand the requirement of the patient, try to understand who is the reader and how the reader can help the patient, and then decide what is relevant, irrelevant, delete the points, sum them up, and write the letter. Finished. Yeah, sure, Bongo Shri. Yesterday we had a talk, Bongo Shri, you forgot. I put you on mute and then I asked you how should I pronounce your name, Bongo Shri, you forgot. Jinsi. Jinsi is there, right? One of my favorite students, Jinsi. Thank you so much, Jinsi. Thank you, everyone. Bongo Shri, my name is Shali. My name is Shali Shashidharan, okay? Alright, people. So we'll catch you at 9 p.m. for the Zoom session. So that is all for today, people. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night. Catch you at 9 p.m. Bye-bye.